So, dear all, so today we are going to discuss decentralization. So, decentralization refers to systematic delegation of authority through all the levels of management and in all departments except that which can be exercised only at central point. Okay. So, what is decentralization? Distribution of authority and powers to the subordinates. Okay. That is what called as decentralization. Already we have studied this topic in 14 principles of management, centralization and decentralization. So here decentralization, all the subordinates, they have equal rights and power to control and to take the decisions. Okay. For example, you can see in during the time of pandemic, the initial days, those 45 days lockdown, that was totally under the control of our prime minister. That is what centralization. Even not state government, they can't act individually. So whatever the instruction given by central government, we have listened and we have obeyed them. So after certain level, what happened? Prime Minister said, okay, hereafter each and every state, you need to take care of yourself based upon your situation, based upon the numbers you can plan and you can decide. So like that, we have distributed the autonomy to each and every states. So based upon the state, the number of infection, they have decided about the lockdowns and all the other things. So this is what decentralization. So here in delegation and decentralization are similar except certain points that we will discuss later. Now we will go back to the point. So the decentralization explains the manner in which decision-making responsibilities are divided among hierarchy level. Okay. So decision-making authority is pushed down to the chain of command. It is shared with the lower level and is placed nearest to the point of action. So only one thing in delegation, it is not possible for us to decide delegation. Okay, in previous topic we have discussed here in delegation, just a transfer of authority and responsibility to the subordinate. That is what delegation. Here there is no decision making authority is given. So whatever the instruction given by the top level people or as the superior, the subordinate has to follow. But in decentralization, what will happen? The subordinates can decide and he can act independently according to the target. Okay, there is a major difference. Okay, delegation is just transfer of authority and responsibility from superior to subordinate. There is a downward flow. But here in decentralization, not only authority and responsibility, along with that, the decision making thing also given to the individuals, so they can able to decide based upon the situation. An organization can be regarded as generally decentralized if the decision taken by the lower levels are numerous as well as important. Okay, all the level of departments. Okay, you can see what is the all the levels. The even lower level we know very well, right? The foreman, supervisor. These people also can decide, and they can able to act based upon the situation. So this is what decentralization. And what is decentralization and what is centralization? We will be discussing. So once again, I repeat, delegation is just transfer of authority and responsibility from superior to subordinate. Okay. In case the superior has too much of burden, he will share some of the responsibilities to the subordinate to control the situation. But decentralization is totally okay. But there in what delegation, the accountability will goes to only the superior. Okay, still the superior has the accountability. But here in decentralization, it is not so like that. The you were along with the transfer of account what responsibility authority. Accountability also transferred. So here in decentralization, all the lower level people, they can, lower level leaders, they can able to decide at independently. That is a second thing. And third thing is what? Um, so that is it. Okay, fine. So next, decentralization and centralization. So centralization and decentralization refers to the extent at which authority and responsibility is passed to lower level. If authority to take decision is retained top level, then organization is said to be centralized. Okay, you can see the decisions. Okay, decision making authority is the main concept, major concept. So all the decisions will be taken by only top level. Then it is called as centralization. So as I said, during the time of pandemic, the entire decisions taken by our government was under the control of our prime minister. The initial days I am talking. So everyone expected the situation is going to be normal, but later what happened? I think it's become very worse. Then immediately PM said, okay, each and every state can act according to their situation. Okay, so what happened? There is what decision making authority. Okay, so here decision making, what happened? It is given to distributed to all the levels of people. Okay, so however, if decision making authority is widely distributed, then organization is said to be decentralized. Okay, what is decentralized? So the departments, all the level, top level, middle level, lower level, once they are given decentralized, so they can act according to their autonomy, and they can decide based upon the situation, but their main focus should not deviate from the organizational goal. Okay, have you all got my point?
Yes, sir.
Now can you able
Yes, sir.
to identify what is centralization, decentralization, then delegation? You can able to identify, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. So centralization of authority refers to concentration of the decision-making power at the top level of management. Okay. So here itself we have discussed what is centralization. Okay. So decision making will be retained by top level people. Only top level people will decide and implement the actions. So there is decentralized. So there is what centralization. Again, the same points they are given here, but the meaning for centralization, that is decision making power. Okay, will be retained by top level people, not lower level or middle level people can't decide anything. So that is what centralization. Fine. So we go to next topic. So every organization is centralized as well as decentralized. So centralization and decentralization are relative terms. Absolute or complete centralization or decentralization is not possible. Okay, so what we are going to discuss, the organization, every organization, all the organization consists of centralization as well as decentralization, both as well as. Okay, so not all the organization will not stick on to centralization. Simultaneously, not all the organization will not stick on to decentralization. It is about mixed, partial, centralized, and partial decentralized. How, why, we will discuss now. So complete centralization means concentration of all decision making power at top level. It is not possible as it would obviate, that is, remove the need for a management hierarchy. A manager cannot retain all the authority and yet subordinate in the organization. It is possible in a one man business, but the owner employs even one additional hand. Some decentralization take place. Okay. So what is the meaning here? So complete centralization is concentration of all decision making power at top level. Okay. So it is not possible as it remove the need for management hierarchy. So what is management hierarchy? Anyone? Anyone? There is top level, middle level, lower level. Again, the chairman, board of directors, sorry, chairman, managing directors, board of directors, manager, assistant manager, supervisor, foreman. So this is what called as management hierarchy. Yes or no?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you all there, guys?
Yes, sir.
So only top level people alone decide means why we need of middle level people and lower level people in that hierarchy. So it is completely gone waste. Okay, so it is that is what the topic they are going to say. So a manager cannot retain all authority yet have subordinates in the organization. It is possible in one man business. Okay, so centralization will not suitable for very large organization. Okay, it suits for only one man in the sense the organization which consists of no shares or else no partners, only single man. For example, mm, for Abhishek, okay, he's having a business, so he don't have any partnership or he don't have any other joint ventures. So he himself alone doing a business. So in that case only it is suitable. But the very big companies they have a lot of shares, okay, and the shareholders will be there, and partners will be there. So in those situations, this centralization will not be work out. Okay, so complete decentralization means delegation of all decision making function to lower level. This is also not possible, as would obviate that is remove the need of managerial positions. Okay, so complete centralization in the sense the entire decisions taken by only one person, that is not possible in organization. Simultaneously, complete decentralization in a sense the entire the entire decision making authority is distributed to the subordinates. That one also it is not possible. Okay. So why? Because it will remove the same the managerial position. Okay. So because once the authority is given, decision making authority is given to the subordinates, they will not consider top level people and they will not ask their opinion. They will decide and they will act according to the situation. So in that case, what happens? This complete decentralization will not be effective. Simultaneously, complete centralization also will not be effective to the organization. Okay. Thus, what is the end result? An organization. So, a manager cannot delegate all his authority without surrendering his position as a manager. So, an organization can never completely decentralize or centralized. An organization moves towards decentralization decision making as it grows in size and complexity. It happens because in large organizations, employees involved with certain operations tend to have more knowledge about them than the top management, who are indirectly associated with the individual operations. Okay, so in order to increase effectiveness and to improve all over functioning, the organization must maintain a balance between centralization and decentralization. Okay. So, okay, for example, you can take Mukesh Ambani, the Reliance Industries founder, chairman. Sorry, chairman. So, since the organization is very big, okay, you can take it, Trends belongs to Reliance, Geo belongs to Reliance, S-Mart belongs to Reliance, and then Reliance refineries, oil refineries. Okay, so like that we can able to go on with lots of business, chain of business. So in that case, centralization will not be effective. So decentralization will be effective. Okay, there is partial decentralization and partial centralization. So here, sometimes some subordinates, the people those who are working under you, they may have some more knowledge than the top level people. They may have more experience than the top level people. So they can decide accordingly. So this is what the organization needs. But finally, what is the conclusion in a sense? The organization must have a part of centralized and also another part of decentralized. Okay, it is a mix up. So none of the organization will be completely decentralized and completely decentralized. So it is 50-50. So 50% is centralized and 50% is decentralized. What is centralized in the sense decision making authority will be with only top level people, top level management. Only chairman can decide. But what is decentralization? The decision making authority is given to the subordinates. Clear? Any doubts, guys?
No, sir.
Raise
No,
any
sir.
doubts?
No, sir.
And decentralization. So we know very well the difference. The authority is with top level. Okay. Centralization means what? Authority is with top level. Okay. What is decentralization? Distributed the authority to equally to all the levels. Okay, all the levels means top level, middle level, lower level. So the level of management in the itself, we need to come to a conclusion. That is, so these are the three levels: top level, middle level, lower level. Okay, so that is a meaning. And second thing is delegation of authority. So here there is no delegation. Okay, of the actually there is no delegation of authority for decision making. So only decisions will be taken by only the top level people, only only the top level management. But whereas in decentralization, all the levels of management, all the managers, they can able to act according to the situations. It's to suitability. So centralization suits for small organizations, okay, which consist of 20 to 30 numbers or 50 numbers. So for them, centralization is okay. But the organization like Reliance, Tata, okay, Bajaj, for them centralization will not work. So only decentralization will work for large organization. So freedom of decision making, here there is no freedom because all the authority goes to top level people. Okay, so the subordinates or the lower level management or middle level management, they can't able to take decisions. That is totally under the control of top level. Whereas in decentralization, each and every levels of the people can take decisions. So that is what decentralization. Have you all got my point? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Ravi, you can stop.